Alright, I got like 3 short work-related stories to talk about. Which one? Yeah, well, there's one I told you to remind me about, Derek. What was it? Derek.
I don't know.
World War 1 trenches. Come on. I always remind you about your stuff.
Trenches.
You can't say. That's right. I'm talking about.
I just found it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he just found it, he said.
It's right below the
What they all
it's right
say.
below the Flork of Gauss comic I sent.
Yes. Anyhow, that day was a very, very fun day. Oh, by the way, World War 1 trenches refers to trench foot, which this is about to get to a real disgusting story involving feet. Anyhow,
disgusting.
Yeah, I have holes in the bottom of my shoes. It rained, and I had to work this Saturday like all day because I had to work a regular shift and then as a supervisor, but realistically I just ended up working supervisor the entire shift. And it was very wet, and the holes in the shoes did not help, and I didn't really have like any extra socks or anything. So I can't, and dude, by the end of the shift, my feet were burning. They were blistering in fucking pain. That's how bad this was. I take off my socks at the end of the night when I finally get home at like 11. My feet are fucking pruned up. I would post a photo, but it's fucking disgusting. You do not want to see it at all.
I like how you can't climb over this little bit of debris.
Yeah, there's no way. Even though my fucking guy can straight up just like do like literally anything, but you know, not the problem. Yeah, well, let me do that. Okay. Yeah, well, we gotta chase him.
Yeah.
No, we need to chase him. We need to chase him. No, stop! Why does he keep running away? I mean, I know he does that, but...
You're never gonna kill him like that.
What the fuck? It's like I don't do enough damage to him yet. Because I had zero problem trying to kill him, another thing. I haven't killed any of them, yeah. It's like, I didn't do a single damage to him. It's like I couldn't, yeah. That might be the case, because easy to kill.
No, I killed him.
Yeah, this guy's easy.
I've ended every slime I found. Except the first one.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't do it.
I've never not killed one other than that first one.
It wouldn't do it. Anyhow, yeah, so that was very disgusting, and my feet were in pain, and I was worried because I obviously self-diagnosed it, and then it was like, hey, by the way, what if not treated, you gotta amputate, and I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Like, it just straight up does that. Okay.
It's okay, they grow back. No, they don't.
No, seriously, like, see, I'm doing 1 damage to it. That's what's happening. And he won't fight me. What is he doing? This is so fucking weird. If you attack them enough, they will fight you. But this one won't do that. It's actually annoying. Maybe I shouldn't take the photo now and just do it later. But anyhow, so yeah, that was my trench foot story, which is fun. That was a fun day for me. All right, what do I got? Let me do a quick reminder of oh yeah, one of them happened today. It's fun time. So you know, it's one of our dead days. We now just have our mini golf and batting cages open. So. There's a group of these teenage kids. Attack, please. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go.
Using the gladius.
Hold on, wait, I might got him. Yeah, I got him now. There we are. Awesome. Okay, that shit's finally over. Yeah, there are these kids in batting cages. I'm just walking back and forth because I'm just bored, honestly. There's nothing to do on these days. And they're in the cages without a helmet on, which makes me, you know, like, oh, that's bad. So I kind of start to approach them. When I kind of stop, because I realize the cage isn't going, they're just hitting balls in the cage, and they're looking at me kind of suspicious, and they kind of, like, stop what they're doing. And I go to the kitchen to, whatever, talk to some people in there. Oh, nice. I mildly did that on accident, but it's great, because, you know, that needed to get done. Anyhow, but, I just gotta find the last thing I'm looking for. So, I'm walking back from the kitchen, and as I walk back, they, you know, they're in the cages, they're just hitting the balls down. I should know, I don't care, because basically they're doing my job for me. They're just knocking the balls down, so I don't have to. It's great. I'm walking back, and when I'm walking back, they all just, like, walk out of the cage and just sit down and go on, like, their phones. Like, they see me and they do that. And it's fucking, like, hella suspicious. And I'm like, that's very weird. And as I'm walking by, I notice they have a big pile of balls at the bottom corner of a cage. But, like, the cages haven't been used all day. So that shouldn't be a thing. Let me just make sure. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. So I'm like, that's weird. Where did they get those? So I go upstairs to look at it. I look at them from a window because cameras just so happen to be disconnected that day from the inside office anyway, so I can't see anything on the cameras. So I'm watching from there. I'm just waiting to see what they're doing because I think they're walking past their little yellow line going to areas they shouldn't be. And you know, just grabbing our shit. And grabbing the balls from there. So not only are they not paying for the cages, but they're doing a big fucking no-no. Which I am not, well, I would not be a fan of if they were. And that definitely appears to be the case, but they're looking around, and they won't go in the cages. Well, they are in the cages, but they haven't continued doing what they're doing yet, so I don't know what they're doing. And then one of them starts to, like, approach and look upwards. I'm like, there's no way they see me from this upwards window. But no, they're fucking approaching me. I'm like, well, not approaching me, but they're approaching, look at this window. So I, like, back out, and I'm like, fuck. Well, if they can see me from there, oh, shit, I fell. Then I'm gonna have to be a little more sneakier. So I go downstairs, I go all the way around, and I go to the carousel building, which is off and locked right now. And in the dark. So they shouldn't be able to see me. And I stand kind of from distance, and I just watch them. And sure enough, they start doing what they're doing, hitting the balls down. Then I watch the kid just run past the yellow line. I'm like, there you go. Gotcha, you stupid asshole. Which, I should note, like, literally the only thing, like, I probably wouldn't have questioned anything if they weren't, stupid and just, you know, acting extremely suspicious. That was what was doing it, and that's what did it in for them. Really, but, yeah, so it was like, I was watching and stuff, and I saw him do it, so I go over, I'm like, hey guys, yeah, you guys can't go past the yellow line like that. And it's like, okay, well, we'll just get, and you know, and they say that, I'm like, we're sorry, we'll stop. And then one of the kids, I thought it was funny, one of the kids was like, you know, well, we were just doing that because the batting cages weren't working, right? And he says this in the tone, you know, so I should know, it's very clear to me, these kids haven't bought anything this entire time.
It's the lying tone.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's like, it's basically straight up, like, I know he's lying to me. So I'm like, oh, well, here, why don't you scan your for me? Oh, fuck! God damn it!
There's an archer thing to shoot back there.
Why don't you scan your, money? What'd you say?
Behind you, up top. There's a blue thing to shoot. Behind.
That's a shooting thing?
Yeah, shoot it.
What? Do you know how many of those shits I've seen? Dad.
You've been shooting him.
Kind of. There was one in the astral plane, just not too long ago. Anyhow, man.
I think they mostly just give like medicine and stuff like that, but
yeah, but still, I wish I had known. It's a thing I can buy. Oh, why don't we do that? Okay, little lot of tentacles in there. Oh, that's right. That's where it is. Now I remember. I'd forgotten before. This is where the bathroom is. Ha. That's right. Found the toilet. Anyhow,
I got that one.
So I said, why don't you just take your money's card out, your money card out, because we have everything go on a card. They're like, oh, we have. One of the guys is like, well, do you want to take yours out? I was like, and then one of the guys is like, I have $0 left on mine. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so the cages aren't working. So I go up and I scan my, right? And they said, yeah. And I'm like, so I go and scan up my staff pass to see if they're working or not. And sure enough, they're working. They haven't been used once, by the way. So I know that there was never a case where they tried to scan their cards. And I know it wasn't jammed or anything because I'm not stupid. They're just lying to me. The reason they don't.
Oh no.
They don't want to show.
Oh no.
Is they don't have one. I'm pretty certain. Even if they did, the next thing I was gonna ask, but then I was like, yeah, we're gonna go now. The next thing I was gonna ask, like, well, here, if you give me.
Oh no.
Do I keep mentioning? You give me your money card, I'll check and see if you played batting cages or not. But they walked away before that, and that would have showed whether, or not like that. I would have said, I can see how many batting cages are gypped from you and give it back to you accordingly. But you know, they would have had no card to show me. They're just these teenagers that are lying to do it. And honestly, I mostly didn't even care. It's just that they lied to me. Well, not that they lied to me. It was just that they were going past being unsafe. They were going past the line stuff. You don't do that shit. Ugh.
Wait. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, Derek, I know.
Nice.
I need this.
I didn't realize. I didn't I didn't see that until after I did it.
Yeah, I know. I had to come back and do it on my other file, which is a little annoying. What do I get? This one? Nice. There we go. Alright, anyhow. So, final, that was like the only thing that interesting that happened today, too. So I was kind of glad that something interesting happened, at the very least, you know? But, now, the final story I have. Motherfucker. Go me, you piece of shit tentacle. I'm not a fan of hentai porn. Anyhow, another thing that happened was a conversation I had with my manager and his girlfriend.
Did it have anything to do with the bus?
No, it had something to do with the boss. Anyhow, last year I dressed up as my friend Alicia, and actually she's no longer a supervisor, you know, I dressed up as her for Halloween, which was fun, tons of fun, recommend it. And then he's like, oh, I don't know what the conversation is.
That's what.
Oh, you're gonna
I'm
dress
going
up
as Alicia this year.
What?
That's that. I'm going as Alicia this year.
Sure. Anyhow, I was talking to him and his girlfriend, and he's like, oh, you're gonna dress up like my girlfriend this year? I'm like, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. And then she's like, no. She's a little moody of one. And I was like, I'll go for it. You won't be able to tell the difference between us. And, you know, he kind of like raises his eyebrows. And she just says, it says something along the lines of, if you kiss me, if you kiss him instead of me, I'm going to be angry. And then he looks at me and I say, I won't. And then I just wink at him and I walk out.
Nice.
That's it. It was just that one small joke that I want to mention. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing on this episode, more than I wanted to. Ah, shit. How much time has it been? Oh, just about. Let me talk to these guys first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I assume it's pretty close to next time.
Yeah. We still got one more. But, oh my god, these tentacles are non-stop. Every day with these fucking tentacles, man.
You can kill them, like, before you reach them.
I feel like I knew that. Oh, you want to know why I didn't have this problem before? It's because I have the freaking call burst, so I would just kind of like spam summoning my soul.
Oh yeah, I use call burst.
Yeah, I'm not using it right now because how would it, you know?
I just went through and shot them with the Air Legion.
Oh, really? That's kind of. Ow.
You could just shoot their base before they even come up.
I guess that makes sense. I'm just trying to clear out this area and see if there's anything worth collecting before we end the episode, because then we get to move to a boss fight. This'll be fun. Aha! He tried to get me, but I killed him. He ain't doing none of that shit. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Okay, am I not at 80% already though? Because like we're near the end of this. I'm pretty certain. Right? Yeah. Anyhow, whatever, next time.
Yeah, I think so.